I just watched this brother's channel called Brother Daniel Chung, who always has good information towards the rapture, and he's the one who kind of gave me this clue that I'm about to point out to you guys. Now, I feel like his numbers were a little different than mine, so he was counting 293 days as far as the birth goes. Because he mentioned that Jupiter was in the womb 293 days. So I did some looking up that information, and I got something a little different. And so I just want to show you what I did find and what I thought was interesting. And first thing I looked up, when you look it up, you can see that it says you get a couple different numbers. This one says that Jupiter entered into the womb on November 20th, 2016, and ended in the womb on September 23rd, 2017. Total duration of 287 days. Okay, and then I Googled it, and or I went on to the calculation website, and I entered the numbers myself, and I received, by entering, I put Sunday, November 20th, 2016 to September 23rd, 2017, and I came up with 307 days. I'm not sure where Google is getting their math or where he's getting his math. I wanted to show you there was another one where I received, when I Googled it, the 306 days, and what they're counting is 9.5 months or 42 weeks. And what I thought was interesting is when you look at this, it's saying that it's 10 months and 3 days. And what I thought was interesting is that Holly from Holly Two Moons was told that she was, or well, not told, but she was born in 10 months. And I feel like her whole thing has been a testimony to this rapture journey. And so if you look at this number here, it's exactly 10 months, 3 days. I thought this was really interesting. And obviously, if you are starting using the start date of September 23rd, 2025, we are past 307 days, okay? But if you were to go by Holly's count, okay, the start date would have been, I'm going to pull this off here so you can see. The start date would have been November 19th, okay, would have been her Feast of Trumpets, okay, because according to her, June 2nd is April 6th. We are off by 57 days, okay, and so her 9 months, 23 days, which is 296 days, is September 11th. Okay, and if you were to go by the moons, or the calendar again, I'm sorry. So if you were to go by this, you see that this would be 296 days. Okay, and so if you keep counting, and it's a 10-day difference, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you land on the 21st. Which I Googled, and I said, well, what important is happening on the 21st of September? Now, we know that Madison was told on the 22nd that the darkness would fall. We don't know what 22nd, okay? She wasn't given a month, okay? But that's very close to her date. And if you look at, this is, when you go online and you type biblical feasts and you go to images, I find this all the time. And I save this, and it shows you, and what's interesting is the last one on their thing is 2026. But it shows you, and the feasts begin the night before, okay, of whatever date they give, and they give you directions on the bottom. But if you look at the Feast of Trumpets is, remember I told you was September 11th, so it starts the day before this, okay, so September 11th is the date. So if you look at this, the Day of Atonement is September 21st, or obviously it starts on the 20th, okay? And I just thought that was interesting because it actually lands on a holiday. And so, and that is the 300, and I believe that was the 300, let me just do it count again. I believe that was 306 days, or let's see, so this is 296, 297, 298, 299, 300, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 7th is the 22nd, 307th. So 296, 306 days, 307 days, right here. Anyways, I don't know what that is in the Julian calendar. At some point I'll look that up. But I just wanted to point this out to you guys, that would be another, I mean, obviously we're going to watch these other days first, and I'm watching a couple in August. I have not figured out the Hebrew calendar. Remember, that guy was saying that August 6th was 296 days. So if you count from August 6th, I can maybe find it out for you right now. Okay. Give me a second. Let's find August really quick. Okay, so we have, basically you would count 10 days from the 6th of August, and that would give you the Hebrew date. I guess I don't have August in here, so August, and I'll just show you guys how I do this. So August 2026 moon calendar, I just do it like that. And then you can go to images, okay, and then you got August right here. Okay, so if you were to count from the 6th, okay, and count 10 days, so 296, 297, 298, 299, 300, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would land on, isn't that interesting? You land on the 16th and 17th of August. Okay, so that would be according to the Hebrew calendar. And so I realize that, you know, I kind of think that we're going by, I mean, this is a Gregorian calendar. We're going by Gregorian dates, okay? But I don't know, for everybody's information to be used, for this to line up, you almost have to have everybody's, or more than one calendar in a way. So, I mean, obviously, you know, like, because Holly said that she was told to use the Gregorian calendar, but how is that 100% accurate when she's also being told we're off 57 days? So, I think that there's more clues than just the Gregorian calendar or whatever. Like I said, take it all to the Lord. We are definitely looking for a Gregorian date as a Rapture Watch date. So, but anyways, and this started on the September 23rd, 2025, which was a Gregorian Feast of Trumpets date. And also the September 23rd, 2017 Revelation sign was also a Gregorian date, okay? But it doesn't mean that this will end. I mean, it will end on a Gregorian date, but it may also end on a different date or calendar or whatever, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Anyways, I love you all. I don't know if this helps anybody, so I'm going to be adding the 16th and 17th, which we have been watching all of those anyways, of August. So the 6th coming up is a high watch date for 296 days. And then we are looking at the 16th and 17th for the 306th, 307th day. And then obviously we're going to do the same thing as September, watching September 11th, and then the 20th through 22nd. Okay. So anyways, those are my watch days. I love you all. Bye.